Britons thinking ahead to retirement should not rely on their state pension or face up to a huge fall in earnings, a report from the influential Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development shows. The report that put the UK bottom of the pensions league showed retirees faced the steepest income drop compared to any other OECD country, behind Mexico, Poland, and Japan, if they rely solely on state pension payments. Those with average earnings in Britain without a private pension see their retirement income drop to just 29% of in-work earnings, compared with an average of 63%, the Paris-based organisation said. Currently, the state pension is £159.55 per week. Once you factor in voluntary pension pots saved alongside the mandatory state pension, Britain is catapulted up the league table, but still falls behind the OECD average. Once state, work and private pensions are put together, Britain comes out ahead of Germany, but remains below France, Spain, and Italy. On the flip side, those in Holland, Denmark, and Italy receive the highest rates of retirement cash, although they have systems, like many others, that bundle together what Britons see as separate work and state pensions. Tom Selby, senior analyst at AJ Bell, said, pension systems around the world are shaped by a combination of social, economic, and political factors. Some place a greater emphasis on collective provision, while others, including the UK, have a strong private pillar to supplement state income. This report emphasizes the importance of maintaining incentives to save and ensuring people have confidence that the rug won't be pulled from under their feet by politicians prioritizing short-term cash generation over long-term policy making. The OECD study uses a formula which sees a ratio of disposable income before and after retirement. This takes into account personal income taxes and social security contributions. Those with private pensions can turbo boost their retirement income, but the OECD warns that retirees without such additional sources of revenue are left with few resources. The report also shows Britain as having persistently underfunded defined benefit workplace pension plans, traditionally final salary schemes. Funding ratios failed to reach 100% at the end of 2016 in Britain, as well as in Canada, Iceland, and the US. In terms of pension freedom, introduced to allow people to use their pension pot as they choose, the OECD says that it could lead to more people running out of money in retirement. It warns that individuals may be inclined to spend the lump sum early or underestimate their life expectancy through the drawdown period, leaving them with limited resources at a very old age. Tom Selby adds, the flexibility of the pension freedoms has clearly made retirement saving more attractive, a huge positive of the reforms, but equally there is a danger people will withdraw too much too soon and end up falling back on the state. We expect the issue of sustainability of withdrawals to become increasingly prominent as more information comes out on the behavior of retirement savers in drawdown. According to the OECD report, the number of over 65s in work will increase from about 3 in 10 at the moment to nearly half by 2050. It says that current poverty levels of those aged 75 and over are 18.5%, compared to 11% among the whole population, and just over 10% for the age group 66 to 75, suggesting too many have relied solely on state pension to fund retirement. The OECD report concludes, with the introduction of the new single-tier pension 30% higher than the old state pension, the situation should improve, but there is a long transition period, and current retirees will not see a difference. People who have had sufficient income during their working lives to save, buy their own home and contribute to private pensions have relatively good incomes compared to younger generations. However, retirees without such additional sources of revenue are left with few resources. This is reflected in the poverty rate and high income inequality in the United Kingdom for the over 65s. Following the sharp rise of income disparities during the 1980s in the United Kingdom, inequalities in later life will rise further as Generation X approaches retirement.